Hey guys, it's Brandon Brazo, the creator of 9 to 5 Warriors. Thanks for stopping by. For those that don't know what 9 to 5 Warriors is, it's a 90s inspired toy line that I wanted to recreate this magic of the Saturday morning cartoon era, is what I call it. So that's like fun, wacky characters, bright, beautiful colors, and of course a rich, deep storyline. So this idea started back in 2012. I knew I wanted to create something special for the kids growing up today, something that can be their own, because let's be honest, the toy shelves are stuffed with, you know, reissues, remasters, everything from our childhood, but it's missing the cartoon element. So when this technically started, I was like, let me write the story, the scripts, the concepts, and hopefully one day it could be a TV show. But here we are now. I finally kind of manifested the toys first. So the Wave 1 was a hit success that featured Major Eraser, Tech Sergeant Scotchy, Commodore Crisp, and Colonel Custard. But essentially the premise is office supplies, the water cooler commandos, versus bad guys, break room bandits. So they're like rotten leftover food. Colonel Custard goes around the office and basically is trying to like create these monstrosities and bringing these abominations to life, and the water cooler commandos are trying to stop them and basically maintain office peace. But at the end of the day, the sculpts are very playful. I worked with the same sculptor, Scott Henze, who created Ninja Turtles bad guys. He sculpted Street Sharks and what else? Exo Squad, Texas Avenger, like half of the Happy Meal toys that I love. So they all have that unique feel to them that feels like vintage, yet it's all modern. Wave 1 is sold out as of now.
Right.
I restocked actually Commodore Crisp and Custard. That's available on 9to5warriors.com. Now Wave 2 is what I have here for show. Some of the characters like Slice Age has been popular and sold out. Freezer Burn is also about to head out, but we have cool characters like Sergeant Spore, the two brothers, Lieutenant Lead and Number 2. They once were one of the same pencil, but they snapped and now on opposite sides. And then my personal favorite of this wave is Brigadier Bouncy, so I think he's over here. But he's the explosion specialist, the goofball. So not the best mix. He's like fart jokes and explosions. So
Interesting.
Just a cool like take on a mad ball, but he's like a glad ball. If anything, he's very happy.
A lot of people on the channel know, and of course my job in the military was actually handling explosives.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to pick him up after we're done here.
Cool. It's funny, I see everyone posting him like, I guess the weapon wasn't clear that it's like this side out.
Yeah.
So I see him posting this way. I'm like, it's funny because it works with his character. Like he's the explosion specialist, but of course he would hold the gun the wrong way.
Yeah, I mean, to handle explosives, we were certified crazy, 10 times over, but we still get the job done.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's awesome, man.
Thank you, man.
Earlier we had some guys out here looking at this wonderful figure right here. Explain this one right here, and I think there's a backstory to it.
Yeah, so Slice Age, all of them have good backstory. So Slice Age was, left back in the office, and I saw this Pizza Hut commercial this morning, so it's kind of funny that we all remember like the stuffed crust pizza, like they revolutionized eating pizza backwards. So someone took a bite out of him expecting like it to be cheese crust, and it was very disappointed. So he saved them in the freezer for later, but years later, it was finally defrosted and frozen by Colonel Custard, which he brought him to life. But what's cool is that he has I wanted to give him that like caveman look, so he's got the brow, and on the back here is like these caveman etchings of like the pie in the sky is the holy piece. But it's cool, just fun, beautiful colors. The sculptor of this is Himino Adventures on Instagram, and he does a lot of amazing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle customs. So he just killed it, and it was a pleasure to work with him. And I work with a couple other artists around the world, and I hope to keep expanding that. Yeah, I mean, there's endless possibilities. Wave 3, I definitely have like a Rolodex of what I would love to make. It just comes down to, Kickstarters and crowdfunding and getting the word out there. So videos like this are always helpful. Any word out there is always appreciated.
All right, and I think we as fans of anything 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s, really pop culture, and even not just pop culture when it comes to watching TV or comic books and toys, but when you think about society, we mentioned food, like McDonald's toys.
Yeah.
Every kid, whether or not they wanted to go or their parents wanted to, there was always some sort of prize, at the end. And my granddaughter yesterday and this whole weekend was all about, I want to get my prize before I eat my food. But
I love that.
These are the type of figures that we've kind of found.
Even our cereal boxes back then always had the free prize inside. So there was always an element of I don't know, fun. And just like fun wackiness. It didn't have to need so much, but I kind of want to bring that back in some capacity. And there's amazing creators now. Like, I feel like the indie toy community is just an amazing opportunity for a lot of, you know, people that grew up in this era that like kind of want to bring that back in their own way. This is my oddball, you know, creation. Because remember the 80s and 90s, our aisles were full of the oddballs, you know, like Ninja Turtles itself was technically an oddball that just blew up.
So I bought this one first. I bought 4 first, and then I've come back and bought 4. I bought 2 yesterday and the 2 today. And she's just a good sculpt.
She came out great.
And she grows bigger too, right?
Yeah, she can.
Storyline.
Yeah.
Just this whole story, especially when, you know, watching that and seeing everything.
9to5warriors.com, at 9to5warriors across all the socials, and yeah, just reach out.
All right, reach out to these guys. Thanks for the time, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
This whole place is so cool and I love it, and we're gonna go here all the time.